Hey guys, today I will explain to you all the job opportunities that is currently excelling in the state of our economic market. So, if you're getting a degree in business management, finance, or economics, you should really tune into this and plan for a bright future ahead. Traditionally, market forces has been explained on a two-dimensional plane with supply and demand and all those shenanigans. But one thing to understand is that those are all based on huge assumptions. What the market actually resembles is more of a cube if you consider human psychology, just emotions, morality, all those very abstract ideas of conscience. But what we've actually gotten to is that we've separated the workers from the means of production, but so drastically that nobody can truly comprehend the value of their labor anymore. And this is great. It makes space for a new job opportunity called the capital abstractionalist. We've learned how to compress 10 years of labor into a JPEG, and the market now kind of resembles like a tesseract, where all the assets are like Schrodinger's asset, and companies, corporations, and entities are just like shuffling this kind of goop of assets around, and you really have no idea what it is. It's like so far detached from the human understanding that it doesn't really give way to any form of analysis. And so when you don't understand anything and you're trying to explain everything, you should rely on Gnosticism. So basically, if you can be one of these people who help abstractify the market, and you're asking me, what does that mean? And I don't know. That's the point, right? Like you can roll some dice, read some cards, pray to Lilith or Seth. It's just see where it goes. Maybe just smoke some DMT, talk to the machinos, take Datura and get naked, and just apply all the esoteric information that you acquired from a divine intervention onto the market. Work with what you got. I think what we have to understand is that the market is like a roulette samsara wheel, and you're just rolling numbers, and it's just like you can't escape it. It's life and death all grounded onto like a poly market. And some of you are probably thinking, hey, I don't want to do mind altering substances to participate in the economy. Hey, I got another option for you. Great option. It's called being a golem. And let me just explain to you what that term means, okay? So in the Kabbalah, there's a story about a rabbi who's trying to save his village because his village is being chased away for accusations of baby or human sacrificial. And the rabbi goes down to the river and scoop up some clay, and he builds like a golem. And he engraves Emet on the golem's forehead, which means life. And he gave this man-made creation purpose. He says, your purpose is to protect the Jewish people. And so, at the start, the golem's like, yeah, he protects the people, everything's going well, and then he just kind of destroys everything because he realized that to protect the Jewish people, the best way to do this is to just kill everybody else. So if you can shrink your worldview into like a myopic lens, where you can only focus on what's benefiting you, and you're in the constant mindset of like, oh yeah, I'm winning, I'm doing good, I'm doing good for it, I'm earning money, and money is value, so I'm worthy, I'm a worthy person. And to get to this point, right, the two-dimensional supply and demand curve, basically you gotta replace it with ethnic death count, and then on the other side it's just like a power and control. And so the important part of this job is that you have to have like the rationalizations and cognitive dissonance to kind of shed blood, and like every single, like imagine games of snake and ladders. Like every move that's moving you off the board is also simultaneously destroying every other squares. But you can only focus on one square at a time. So you think that you're like progressing society and like bringing value to the world. And you're like, oh, that doesn't sound too good. That's pretty dark, man. Like, is there any other option? And hey, man, don't worry, there's always a place for you in society. The last job that you guys should really be interested in is scamming the elderly. So, these group of boomers, old people, they've gone through life. They were exploited for their labor in their youth, and now there's just like a rag, with a small amount of value that you just gotta wring it out. You just gotta wring the last drip of sustenance from them. They have no comprehension of what AI truly is, and they are just so disillusioned with the world and so confused by technology that if it's like stealing a kid's candy. Like, hey kid, you don't understand what this candy is gonna be used for. Like, you might have that small amount of pleasure from eating this candy, but I will turn it into something great. And so that's the mindset you have to harbor when you're dealing with a situation like this. It's like you're doing good for them. These old people, they don't matter. Come on, like they're actively degrading. They're expired goods. and you're bringing value to expired goods, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So yeah, that concludes all the job opportunity currently in the market that's like worthy of just our degree is essentially meaningless because the world is probably gonna end by the time we get it. Like I don't think a degree in finance would matter when my mangled flesh is lying in the rubbles of Hanoi. But 2032, we'll see. And like by that point, I feel like my brain's just been rotted by all the medias I consume. Like if you do a imaging scan, my frontal lobe just looks like fucking Gaza. The future's bright, guys. Tap in. Let's connect to each other on LinkedIn, and let's do some networking, huh? Oh fuck my frontal lobe, love treat me like Joe. They think that I'm a joke, and I'm an asshole, forced into this raped world, hoping I could learn a bit about how to geek and fake. But since I came here, felt the dread and the fear, finding myself disassociating with what's here. The world is ending, and there's nothing you can do.